Hey everybody, back with some more videos for you. A couple things, sorry it's been a few weeks, but I have been inundated with house remodeling. So I haven't had the time or the space. In fact, if you can see, my, my own little place here is full of furniture and everything else. So I don't have any room. Anyway, I've been going through getting ready because summer's coming up, and starting to get my gear ready to switch out from winter. Plus, I've got a couple of new items I picked up that I wanted to show you guys, and I've been playing with for a while now. And the main part of this video is gonna be on lighting during a shit hit the fan. So I'm gonna go through a bunch of different options that I own and things that I keep stored away, and recommend because they work and nothing's failed so far, that type of thing. Before I do that, I want to touch on a couple of other things that I just got that impressed me enough to just pass them along for you in case anybody's looking for something similar. And the first thing is this big bar here. It's actually a light. My desk light died on me. Oops. My desk light died. So I've been looking for a replacement. And I think this was $20-some. I have to look it up again in the link, but it wasn't very expensive. And I came across this. Well, you can see this in the video. Let me adjust it here a bit. And I can twist it, turn it, move it, bend it. The base bends and moves also. But what's really cool, and it twists as well. But what's really cool is this. I can brighten or lower, which, you know, you can find in other lamps. Get that out of the way for the moment. But look at this. Hopefully the camera picks this up. Now if the camera picked that up alright, what you should see is not only me brightening and dimming it just by moving my finger, but tapping, I can change the color of the LEDs to better fit my mood or what I want for lighting. And my eyes, because they were burned severely in the military, I have a lot of problem with light. So I can use this warmer yellow in my case, which just is kick butt. And again, I'll post a link. I just got these. I got 2 of them, and I think they were $20-some. They weren't much more than that, if they were more. These things I love it. I mean, I've only had them a few days, but wow. And you can see how well it lights things up. So, anyway, on to the goodies. All right. Oh, and there's also a buyer beware warning. I decided, we see those advertisements on TV all the time for the Bell and Howell tack glasses. You know, the ones that are you know, designed after special forces and supposed to do all this cool stuff. And it's the one that's got the little paper with the eagle. Well, I went ahead and got some so I could check them before people actually start believing it. And the first problem is they're not designed really after special forces. Especially the ones that have like the golden lens, because that's reflective. Well, why would you want to wear mirrors? And now this set here is not so bad, but they're still reflective, as you can see. And that's not something you want in a tactical situation. But the one thing they do is they do disseminate different lighting, color, and glare. I will give them that. But the problem is, to talk about how nice and well made they are, they're just flimsy, cheap feeling. They don't feel very solid. They're very light, or super light, which is nice, but they just don't feel well made. The other problem is the nose piece is not adjustable. It's just a couple rubber things on a couple pieces of plastic, and they don't sit in your face very comfortable. Um, so, I mean, they're 20 bucks, but for the same price, I mean, for 20 bucks, I guess they're all right. But for 20 bucks, you can go on Amazon and find some other reviewed, glasses like this that have the same kind of lenses, but you can get different colored lenses and stuff like that for the same 20 bucks. It does come with a nice little hard shell case and cleaning rag, but when it comes with the little eagle paper thing, and you can see the eagle black and white, and when you look through the lens, it is indeed colored. It does do what they say it'll do. It's just not the highest quality. So I'm just letting you know that if you're looking for something inexpensive, they do, and notice they're made in China. If you're going to spend your money, do a little searching around. I mean, they do work. They're just not the highest quality by any means, and I think it's misleading to use the designed similar to Special Forces type gear thing that they do in their ads. Anyway, so just want to let you know about those. I'll probably use them for, shooting, eye protection, that kind of thing. But I've got some better pairs that I use myself. Some of them cost about the same, and sometime maybe later I'll do a specific video on eyewear, which actually I probably should, since a lot of people wear glasses. Okay, next, the other thing that I had bought recently, which I really liked, and it's something I've been searching for a while. Hold on. Most of us either own or carry. I carry a sidearm every day, wherever I go. I'm always armed. All right? And one of the problems with that, especially at night, is light. So many people just end up carrying a flashlight, tactical light, on their belt in their EDC, their everyday carry. Some people, they buy tactical lights. Man, a dog hair, I'm gonna have to clean my gun again. Getting ready to shed. What was I saying? Some people, they buy tactical lights, and of course, they fit them on the rail, and then you've got this big ass honking tactical light and laser or whatever setup you've got, but finding a holster for it is near impossible. All right, and it doesn't really matter what you're carrying. This is the Beretta PX4 Storm, and this one's my Ruger SR9C, and as you can see, it doesn't really matter. It's the same for both. I get this big honking ass light. Alright. And it just gets in the way of everything. Nice laser, nice light. Works great, fits both guns. Alright? But finding a holster, forget it. So I started looking around, and I came across this. And it's by Olight. Now, I'd never really paid attention or heard much about Olight before, but I started doing some reading and checking and whatever, so I ordered one. And that's nice. It just clips right on. And it's got a pin in there. It comes with it comes with 2 pins. So you could actually, change the connector to fit, like, whatever sidearm you've got. All right. But you can see the difference already. I mean, it's a major difference. Works basically the same way, nice and bright. The other nice thing is, that, and I like the fact that you can hit it with your thumb or your finger, either way. All right. But the other nice thing about this thing is that it's rechargeable on its own. In fact, it uses magnetic recharging. You can plug it into any USB source. Boom. Charge it. Truck, car, battery, thingamabob, which I'm going to touch base on here shortly. But you don't have to worry about bending wires and stuff. You just, boom, right there. Just like that. And, you know, it's pretty sharp. And the other nice thing is, I've already found 2 holsters that'll fit in on the gun, on my gun. So, big difference. And as you can see, it is definitely bright. Here, let's do a comparison. There's that one. Oh yeah. You can see the difference. Oh, that was dumb. Yeah, this one's LED. So they're both LED, but this one definitely, this littler one definitely has the advantage for brightness. Yeah, it's like 3, maybe 4 times brighter. So it was $65 if I remember right for this puppy. So about the same price as most others, but just nice little small package. And once I got it and started using it, I'm like, I gotta show this to everybody. It's a PL Mini Valkyrie by Olight. And the other thing that impressed me, as you know, I'm a big Nightcore fan for my lights and stuff like that. Well, I might have to look further at Olight as well, because when it came with it even came with a Velcro Olight tag, but it came with the cables for charging it, some pretty good instructions. No wait, one of these is not supposed to be in there. I guess it doesn't matter. Came with some good instructions and whatnot. And oh, that's right, I did buy I bought another Olight too. That is another flashlight. It's only about a long. Actually, it's about as long as this. Very small around, but as bright as my Nightcores are that I've shown you. Just a kick-ass little light, which I'll probably do a review on after I've used it longer and that type of thing. Yeah, let's throw these in here. But the other thing that I got with this, now this you don't have to put batteries in, it's built in. But when I got that, I saw these, and since I use Nightcore, and as you know, the Nightcore can take either the 18650s, you know, the big lithium 18650s, or CR123s. Because 2 together match. Well, Olight makes a CR123 battery, and you might say, well, yeah, so I had a whole bunch of other ones that I showed you that are rechargeable. Yeah, but this one, I just had the cable. Oh, I put it back in here, didn't I? This one is a little unique because you don't need a charger. All you need is a cable. And the cable plugs in at the top of the battery. And that's how you charge it for USB. Now that's pretty slick. And I did some more checking, and apparently there's a bunch of new batteries coming out with this new functionality, where you just plug the battery in. You don't need a charger or anything. It's got the chip in it, regulates itself when it's charging, you know, and away you go. Now that's pretty cool. And these two are made by Olight, same company. So, a couple things to keep in mind there. And at this point, I definitely recommend both the batteries and that light. I've been using them for a bit now, and I'm really liking them. All right, now on to lighting. All right, well, actually, before I get to lighting, let's do this one. I also have been looking for a power pack. I've shown you a couple smaller ones that I have that you can put in D cell or I mean AAA or AA batteries and supply USB power to charge your phone or charge your tablet or charge whatever. But I thought, I wonder if there's something out there that can use the big lithium batteries that I have, that I use in my night core lights and I use in a bunch of my other stuff. And sure enough, I came across this one. It's by SoShine. And as you can see, it takes 4 of these big 18650 lithium batteries that I use in my flashlights and stuff that are fully rechargeable. They don't lose their charge when they sit. A year from now, I can pull this out and it'll be charged. Unlike a regular rechargeable, they lose their charge. If I put 4 of these in here, all right, and because I have those in there and whatnot, I can recharge even a 2 amp unit. Now most of these you can do 1 amp. Then 1 amp can take a while. You go to 2 amp and it's 2.1 to be exact, but 2 amp is what I call it. And you've just doubled your charging speed and whatnot. And this thing is kick butt. It shows you your level of the batteries you have in there and how much you're outputting when you're charging something. I mean, it's based, well, here. As we got this handy, and it actually probably does need to be charged. Let's go on the 1 amp. Oops. 370 milliamps. It is now outputting into a charge. As you can see, this lights up. So you can see it's taking a charge. And so it's 350 milliamps, 5 volt. And that's on the 1 amp. Let's see if it stays that same if it draws the same on the 2 amp. 340, yep. So it's drawing the same pertaining to this light. Alright, let's see. Well, you get the idea. I'm not going to mess too much with it. But, and then I can either recharge those batteries through a solar panel, plug them into a USB port, a wall, whatever. I can plug them into their own USB thing like a vehicle just to recharge them if I don't want to take them out, that type of thing. I'm going to end up getting a couple more of these. I mean, I really like it for portable power, to be able to recharge stuff and utilize the same technology I'm already using, the same batteries. I can still use my AA and AAA ones that I showed you before, but now I can use the 18650s. This is definitely something I'm putting in my kit all over the place because that's a lot of power. I mean, this thing will last forever with those batteries, and I'll be able to charge anything that can, up to 2 amp, which is everything I can think of, to be honest with you. I can't think of anything that takes more than 2 amp under USB. So, pretty impressive. I really like this. Again, by the way, I'll try and link everything later, so you got the links. Alright. Now, as I said, the primary thing behind this is lighting during shit to hit the fan. And I've got some lanterns, and I've got some lights and stuff like that. And I got a couple other items. And most of these I've owned for a while, and I've used them extensively, and I've had no issues or problems. Except for one, which was my own fault. I'll start out with the oldest, which was my Coleman C6. This is one of the very earliest LED lanterns that came out. CPX6. And I don't have the this. You can get both a rechargeable pack that fits in here, or you can use a caddy like this. Now let's see here. Oh, that takes 4 D cells. All right. Now the reason I don't have any in here is because I broke it. I dropped the damn thing, and it snapped off the cap. Now I could still use this caddy and wrap it with duct tape, and then pop it in and, you know, duct tape it so it holds together. And in essence, I'm going to keep this caddy, and I will do that for emergency purposes. But I have a new caddy, and I went ahead and ordered the rechargeable pack that you can get for it too. So, but it's a good lantern. It's just it's just version 1 technology. So in terms of, it's a great lantern for throwing light, you know, giving you some light so you can see, that type of thing. But it's not a super bright light, you know, for lighting up a huge area or anything like that. Be good for inside a tent. It can do lower bright, but even on bright, it's not really super bright. Again, it is Gen 1 technology, so, you know, the first LEDs when they were coming out weren't really that bright. But it's a good solid lantern, and the fact is it does still work even after I dropped it. And I've probably dropped it more than once. But this last time it snapped off the connectors. The next thing I have, might as well start here, is in a shit hit the fan, you're going to need some kind of tactical lighting or lighting that you can attach to yourself that you don't have to hold in your hand. Alright, and I've got a couple examples here of just that. Now I've got a bigger one of these, which is on my pack, right? I think I showed it to you in one of the videos where I put the bug out kits together. This is bigger, it's kind of square, same color, whatever. So this is the mini, and it rotates, and it's got the same features. It's got the white light, it's got the blue LED, the red LED, and infrared for night vision. Again, like its bigger brother, this one's infrared is not something I would rely on. It's just not bright enough. The light itself starts out dim, and of course it can get brighter and brighter. So it can throw a decent amount of light, but it's not super bright. But the fact is, you can attach it to your belt or your vest or whatever, and at least throw some light, you know, especially, you know, ambient light where if you don't want to be seen, that type of thing. So that's one solution. This is by Streamlight. Yeah, this is a Streamlight Sidewinder compact, and the other one I showed you, which was the bigger one, was the Streamlight Sidewinder. Alright. So there's that option. I like them, and like I said, they throw enough light to see what you're doing and that type of thing, but they're not tactical lights that are going to just light up for 100 yards type thing. That's not what they're for. During shit hit the fan, by the way, the reason I'm pointing all this out is because unless you plan on running a loud, noisy generator, or unless you have a pretty nice, beefy wind turbine and solar setup on your house, power is going to be a problem. And you're going to have some means of having some light. Some people, you know, they're looking at kerosene lanterns and things like that. Well, that's nice, except where are you going to get your kerosene? It'll, you know, even in shit hit the fan, that's going to run out until people start making more. And that's going to take a while. And then you got to get it disseminated, you know, that type of thing. So you need some other possibilities. And as you know, I try to use everything that I have redundant. If I can use it for this purpose, I want to be able to use it for that purpose too. And so all of my, just like all the other things, this one also uses, and it's waterproof, by the way, I should have mentioned that. You could actually throw this in the water the rechargeable. These are the CR123s, but you know, I could take one of those new Olight CR123s, throw it in there, and I'm all set. And again, as you know, my batteries and my setup are so that I can recharge using packs or solar panels, that type of thing, or plug it into a vehicle, or plug it into another battery, or into a small generator if it's ever run, that type of thing. Next, I have a couple of these that I picked up, and I really like these. This one I've had for quite a while now. And again, these are rechargeable just by plugging them in to a USB cord. They're really small and compact, but boy are they bright. That's dim. And for a little compact light, they throw a lot of light out there. They also have a, I don't have the manual, but there's a way, well here you can see I can go to instant full-on bright without having to cycle through them. And you can see how bright that sucker is. But they also have other different modes and stuff that you use with the buttons, that type of thing. I have one of these on each of my keychains. I have one on each of my packs, and then I carry one. And this one here is the one that I'm normally carrying, and I think the last time I charged it was 4 months ago. So they're lithium. They have a lithium battery pack in them. They're real light, but boy, are they bright and do they last. And I have a couple others, this black one included. The newer ones now, you can get them with the clip. You can just clip them. But they also come with, I don't know why, I'm glad they did, but they now come with this clip here. Well, this is not for a pocket. It's for putting on a ball cap. So you can put this over the bill of your ball cap, and basically you've got a light shining out the bill of your ball cap if you wear a ball cap. And I hadn't even thought of that, but they did. So that's pretty cool. And I like that idea because I'm not a huge fan of all these bands and stuff. If I'm wearing a ball cap, I'd rather just shove that on the end of the bill of the ball cap, and with a click I've got light. You know, I can go to whatever brightness I want, and I've got nice freaking light off the end of my ball cap. That's lightweight. And these are, I don't know, 12 bucks. Were they that much? I gotta look again. I'll have the link up there. But I really like them. And I'll give you one guess who they're by. Nightcore. Alright, so them I definitely recommend as well. And as I said, these strap type, I'm not usually a big fan of these. And I'm still not a big fan of the headband type lights. But there are situations where a ball cap is not something you'll be wearing, and you may need a strap-on light that you can, it's reliable, usable, and it's bright. And the two that I got from Nightcore are pretty nice. This one is about as bright as these are, so not super bright, but bright enough. Let's see here, there we go. So I guess it is it is brighter at the top level. Alright, and as you can see, you can adjust it. Very simple and easy. What's nice about this too is that it's got a tactical mode, and just like the white light, and I just did something. I guess I'm going to need to read the instructions because it just caused it to flash. As you can see though, it's also got bright red. Oh, well, beacon mode. I didn't even realize it had that. Okay. I wonder. Never tried this. No. I don't want